All right, so going to be doing some Patreon requests today, and the first one we're going to do comes from Hunter Johnson, who asked me to do a hero-villain mashup between Samurai Jack and Shao Kahn. But as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below, head on over to my Patreon, hit the second tier, that'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, let's get started with the video. So, hero villain mashup isn't so much a fight video, it's more along the lines of a video series that basically talks about what if this villain was in this hero's rogues gallery. And like I said, we're talking about Samurai Jack and Shao Kahn. So, Shao Kahn isn't too dissimilar from like Aku. I mean, in power set, yes, but like if we're talking about tyrannical overlord capable of widespread death and carnage, then yeah, it's more. He is more than capable of spreading death and carnage wherever he goes. The big thing with Shao Kahn is that the dude has, the dude is not only threatening, he's also cunning. I know a lot of people like to assume that Shao Kahn is a big dumb brute, and he just powers his way through his opponents, and he does. But Shao Kahn isn't without his intellect as well. Now, Jack really has a thing against tyrants and tyrants and despots. So if Jack saw, if Jack encountered Shao Kahn, the biggest thing that's going to be the big matter of this situation is going to be, I don't care. Like, let's say like Jack ended up in Outworld somewhere, and he saw what Shao Kahn was doing. He'd just be like, "Okay, you're you're dead. Like, you are straight up dead." Jack is, Jack is no stranger to like being in foreign lands filled with unknown threats and unknown adversaries and things like that. So, Jack being in the world of Outworld, is nothing new to him. Like, he is just going to be able to, adapt to this situation pretty fast. And remember, if this is Shao Kahn at the height of his power, Jack's not going to have to, like, just fight through, Shao Kahn. He's also going to have to face, the likes of, depending on what timeline. We'll just say, like, original timeline instead of MK1. At his Shao Kahn's disposal, he has, Shang Tsung, he has Quan Chi, kind of. He has Reptile, Goro, Baraka, Motaro, like all of these other opponents. Like, Jack would have to fight his way through a gauntlet of adversaries in order to get to Shao Kahn. But the thing of it is that Jack is no stranger to fighting, and also, like, let's not forget, Shao Kahn has armies. It's not just henchmen he has. He has Shokan and Tarkatan, other dark wizards, dragons, things like that. But like I said, Jack is no stranger to battling entire armies. Did we all forget, like, in the pilot episode, he literally fought an army of robot beetles by himself? Like, the dude is no stranger to taking on overwhelming odds. I also am a thorough believer that, like, Jack's sword would probably cut through, because we have seen it cut through dark magic before. So I could easily see it, like, just easily cutting its way through, any of Shang Tsung's magic. And also the kind of dark magic that empowers Shao Kahn. I could easily see. I mean, it's a sword; it's going to cut through him. But yeah, Shao Kahn is also like the other thing that Shao Kahn would realize is that Jack isn't just another hero. He's not just a wandering samurai. If you left Jack in Outworld, basically what's going to happen is that Jack's going to do something that not a lot of the other heroes are capable of outside of, like, maybe Raiden and Liu Kang. And that is inspire hope. Like, for the time that Jack had been living in the future, he inspired hope and other forces to rise up. So the longer Samurai Jack exists in Outworld, the longer Shao Kahn is going to be dealing with more rebellions. He's going to be dealing with more people rising up against him. I mean, he's not going to care because he's just going to be like, oh, well, this will be fun. I'll just take a hammer to their skulls. I love a good fight. But that's the thing, is that Jack's going to be an inspiration, and Jack himself is going to be a constant thorn in his authority. So yeah. And when it comes down to it, Jack is someone that, isn't doing this for glory, or, he's just doing this because you're evil. I have encountered greater evils, so I'm just going to make it my mission to take you out. So there you go. That's how I kind of see this hero villain mashup. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think it would be like if Samurai Jack if Shao Kahn was an enemy of Samurai Jack? Do you guys think he would? Do you think Jack would be a great adversary? Or do you think Shao Kahn could just easily crush him? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, I'd like to thank Hunter Johnson for this Patreon request, as well as continued patronage. And like I said, if you'd like to have a Patreon request done yourselves, just hit the link in the description box below. Head on over to my Patreon, hit the second tier, and that'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.